Hi, my name is Jacob Onstead. I'm a graduate student at the University of Oklahoma in the School of Meteorology, and today I will be talking to you about the polar vortex. Today I will be discussing several questions. What is the polar vortex? Where is it located and when does it occur? And how does it affect weather at the surface? The polar vortex is a broad area of low pressure that sits over both poles in the wintertime. Winds associated with an area of low pressure blow counterclockwise around its center. This area of low pressure forms and strengthens when the temperatures at the poles get colder during the winter. The winds in the polar vortex are located high in the atmosphere, some 10 to 50 kilometers. In the northern hemisphere, the polar vortex is mainly confined to the Arctic region, with the center of low pressure located over the polar cap from September through April, as seen here. When the vortex is symmetrical surrounding the pole, the winds in the vortex are strong, and the vortex is in its normal state. This allows the polar jet stream to confine the extremely cold temperatures to the Arctic region. During the winter months, the polar vortex does not always consist of strong westerly winds. Sometimes the polar vortex is weakened, allowing the polar jet stream to meander, possibly shifting or changing the weather patterns across the mid-latitudes. These changes in particular let the cold air push further to the south across regions such as the eastern United States, as seen here in this illustration. An extreme vortex weakening event occurs when the winds in the stratospheric polar vortex switch from westerly to easterly. These extreme events are so rare and are such a rapid and intense event, they have a special name called a major sudden stratospheric warming event, or major SSW event for short. These events occur when large amounts of heat and momentum are pushed towards the pole from big waves in the atmosphere. There are two types of major SSW events. As represented here, one is called a vortex split. The vortex is squeezed by two areas of high pressure, which cause the vortex to break into two smaller vortices over the continents. The second type of an extreme vortex weakening event is called a vortex displacement. The vortex is pushed by a large area of high pressure, which causes the vortex to move its location over the Eurasian continent. During major SSW events, temperatures at the poles can rise more than 40 degrees Fahrenheit. These significant changes don't always affect weather in the mid-latitudes, but when they do, they can have large societal and economic impacts as it can result in extremely cold temperatures to occur. Once the vortex is weakened, it often does not stay that way for very long, repairing itself in a matter of a few days. The vortex doesn't always need to be pushed in order to shift its shape or location. There is a certain amount of internal variability in the polar vortex that allows it to maintain its strength but still expand and contract over the high latitudes, as seen here. Therefore, when you hear about the polar vortex during the winter, it is often associated with extremely cold air that is being pushed away from the Arctic region and over the mid-latitudes, such as the United States. This means that the vortex has moved or weakened, and that a part of the vortex is strayed away from the main vortex, causing extreme winter-like conditions to occur. I hope you've learned something today about the polar vortex. Thank you for watching.